and Lee, who first met while working on comedy Glee in 2009, began dating in November 2011 and were still together when he passed away. The Glee actor, who died on July 13, 2013, aged 31, and was found dead at a hotel in Vancouver, Canada, struggled with substance abuse for most of his adult life. This time last year, a documentary titled Autopsy: The Last Hours of Cory Monteith aired in the UK and revealed that ultimately it was the combination of alcohol and heroin in his system that killed him. In the documentary, Dr. Jason Payne James explained that the coroner concluded that Cory's death was an accident and was aided by recreations of his death in crucial moments in his life. The final coroner's report said mixed drug toxicity involving intravenous heroin use combined with the ingestion of alcohol. The actor's death was caused by a fatal mix of heroin and alcohol after a night out with friends. Speaking in the documentary, Dr. Payne James said Cory was tragically unaware that his central nervous system was already compromised because of the amount of alcohol he had consumed throughout the evening. Within seconds after injecting the heroin, the effects go. These two drugs combine to suppress his ability to breathe. As his breathing slows, his heart has a much more difficult time pumping oxygen around his blood. Ultimately, it was the alcohol and heroin in combination that killed him, and not the heroin in isolation. However, it was actually his effort to defeat his inner demons and get off the drugs that helped cause his death. From the age of 13, he skipped school and progressed from drinking alcohol to taking cocaine, crystal meth, and ecstasy. In 2001, at the age of 19, he was sent to rehab for the first time and returned many times during his life to break out of his drug cycle. And just 11 weeks before his death in April 2013, he came out of rehab again and was clean from drugs. Dr. Payne James explained that there was a tragic irony that the risk of a drug overdose dramatically increases in the first few months after leaving rehab. He added, fresh from his month in rehab, Cory has lost the tolerance he built up after his long use. If drug users start back on the same drugs on the same level before they started rehab, that can result in toxic and fatal consequences. The dose Cory was used to 3 months earlier would now have a much greater effect, suppressing his central nervous system that controls his breathing.